Hey, welcome to the new video. In this video, you are going to learn the importance of determining your hourly rate. The reason why you need to know your hourly rate, it works in West, doesn't work the same way in this part of the world, particularly in Asia, South Asia, Pakistan, India, Sri Lanka, and Bangladesh. But again, if you want to do business, at least you need to know your numbers. Here's a quote for you. If you want to do business, you need to know your numbers. So the reason why we are going to learn the importance of determining your hourly rate is because once we know that what is our per hour rate, we can allocate our time and energies accordingly. We can designate the less important tasks to someone else so that we can focus on the task that matters the most and they bring in the cash in your organization, company, firm, or business for that matter. This is a very important thing. And I've been a victim of this for a huge part of my professional life because I could not determine my hourly rate and I was putting my energies, primarily my time. Look, you can take anything from me, but if you've taken my time, you've taken anything. You have taken everything. Once you have taken my time, this is it. There's nothing left. So the importance of knowing the value of your time, the importance of understanding that what task requires your utmost attention so that you can focus your energies in that particular direction. How do you determine your hourly rate? It is pretty simple. For example, if you are paid, let's say, $3,000 per week, a week consists of 5 business days, Monday to Friday. You work 8 hours a day. That takes you to 40 hours in a week. So 3,000 divided by 40 would bring in your hourly rate. So in this example, it is $75 per hour. Too true to be good for a beginner or a business that is in its early days, but I'm just giving an example for a discussion's sake so that you understand how to calculate your hourly rate. Now, once you know that you are making $75 odd per hour, again, hypothetical example for a discussion's sake, you need to understand that how can you take this number to the next level. So if you want to achieve a $100 per hour number, you'll have to understand that your attention, your focus, your time and energy needs to be spent on the task that require your attention and therefore will move the money pyramid to your advantage, which means that you'll be able to get a cash flow in. This is a very important element and very few in business pay attention to this detail. You need to understand where your energies need to be spent. You need to understand what tasks require your utmost attention. Now, I'm going to talk about myself here. Once I determined my hourly rate, I realized that the cash flow in my organization, and remember, I've emphasized this in the very first video, that only 20% of your activities bring in 80% of revenue. 80-20 Pareto principle. You can look up for that video somewhere in the iCard section, would be on the right or on the left. I'll leave this to you. You need to understand that by applying 80-20 Pareto principle, by the way, I'm going to discuss 80-20 Pareto principle in detail in an upcoming video so that you completely understand the principle and start applying it in your life, be it a personal or a professional approach. So once I have determined that Facebook Live, creating videos on YouTube, on my main channel, putting posts on my Instagram, Facebook profile, Facebook page, group, there you go. This is my presence. This is just the tip of the pyramid. LinkedIn, Pinterest, stories on Instagram, stories on Facebook profile as well as on Facebook page, WhatsApp stories. I've got a huge presence on these different social media platforms. So if I want to leverage an audience that's lying idle, willing to be educated, willing to do business with me in the long run, or perhaps if I'm selling a product or a service, if I can educate them, if I can tell them about how good I am, I can advocate my work ethics, my communication skills properly, perhaps they will do business with me. That's where I need to pay my attention to. Rest of the stuff, perhaps sending an email newsletter, looking after the chat request, that come on my website or perhaps on my YouTube or inbox messages of my Facebook and other social media platforms, they are relatively less important. I do not need to spend my hours looking after these relatively less important tasks. What should I do? I would be better advised to designate these tasks to someone else. Now I'm going to introduce you to my sport team members who play an instrumental role in helping me in answering your questions on different social media platforms. Hey, meet my sports staff. This is Umar, this is Shami, and this is Faster.
Hi!
Now you understand the difference between spending your time putting your focus and attention on a task that does not need to be a primary source of your attention. Why would I waste my energies on replying every single question and answer? But then again, keeping in touch with people is very important. Of course, at the end of the day, it builds up the reputation. People understand that Hisham is answering to them. But in reality, it's the sports staff who is answering their questions on different social media platforms. Know your hourly rate so that you can focus your energies in a positive direction.